Can't see me, so what is something that we can do to refresh our screen? You have to log off and log back on. All right, so it is 9:20, so it's time for reading. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can see our vowels page on here. Awesome. All right, remember that you're going to keep yourself muted, but you're still going to say the words out loud as Mrs. Fullington is saying them. So after she says them, it's your turn to say them, okay? All right, so here's our vowels are A, E, I, O, U. And then now we're going to do our high frequency words. Anything, change, children, gone, notice, now, page, since, woman. All right, and we're going to do our spelling words. You ready? All right, so here's our spelling words. Caught, face, goal, gym, nice, page, plug, crash, gone, brag. All right, so those are our vowels, high frequency words, and spelling words. And so now what Mrs. Willington's going to do is we're going to go straight into one of the skills that we're going to be learning today. And it is, let's see, right here. Where did it go? There it is. All right, so here's our skill. So you want to pay attention to this particular skill today. Someone's not muted, so make sure you double check your microphone.
Oh, I'm not muted. That's Maddox.
Okay, there it is. Thank you, Max, for fixing it. All right, so it says here, Isabella Wigington, make sure we're not touching our iPad. All right, so it says here, what we're going to be doing in Seesaw is the prefix un and re. And this is just review because we know what re means, right? So what does re mean? Somebody raise their hand to tell me what re means. Aaliyah, I saw your hand raised first.
You redo something, like I refix my Lego house.
So what does that mean? What does re mean, though? When you refix something, you fix what?
You do it again.
You do it again. Good job. So yeah, you know that hand motion, re means again, over and over and over. Redo, yeah, you do it all over again. So we also have the prefix un. The prefix un means not, right? So if I undo my shoelace or untie my shoelace, what does that mean? My shoelace is what? Maddox?
It means that you untie it.
What does untie mean, though? It means my shoelace is what?
Not tied.
Not tied. Good job. It means that I have not tied my shoe. I untied it, right? Good job, Maddox. All right, so we are going to go over some examples. Make sure you're on mute again. So the prefix un means not or to reverse. So it means, so a word means unimpressed means not impressed. I don't like it. I'm not impressed. So I'm not excited about it, right? And then the prefix re means again. So will reoccur, which means it will occur again. So it says here some examples is undo. Undo means not do, right? So if I undo, let's see, I wouldn't know how to put that in a sentence. That's a undo. I guess undo means like if I undo my shoe or untie my shoe, it would be the right one. Or if I redo my paper for my assignment, redo means what? We went over that one. Isabella Wigington, if I redo my paper, I am
doing it over.
Doing it over again. Good job. Yeah, you're doing it over again. You have to correct it, right? So if I reuse a paper cup that I use on a hot day, Mackenzie, what does that mean?
They're reusing it.
So what does reuse mean though? What does re mean?
Do it again.
So you use it again, right? So reuse
it again.
You use it again. Good job. All right, if I'm unable to do a math problem, what does that mean if I'm unable to do it? Rolando?
You can't do it.
You're not able to do it. You probably don't understand it, right? If I unpack my backpack, what am I doing if I unpack my backpack? Omar, is that you right in front of Rolando or right beside him? What does mean?
Not pack my backpack.
Not pack it. But if I repack my backpack, Emery, if I repack my backpack, what does that mean? Remember what re means? Re means what?
Do it again.
So, but if I repack my backpack with my folder, what am I doing with my backpack? I'm packing
my stuff for school.
Yeah, you're packing your stuff again, right? If I repack, you always put the base word and you're packing again, right? So if I unpack my backpack in the morning and I repack my backpack in the afternoon, that means I'm packing my backpack again to prepare to go home, right? Good job. All right, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go straight to our skill for today. Let me go ahead and stop presenting this and present our skill for today. Where is it? There you are. All right, so this is our, our I can statement for today is I can evaluate the text that I'm reading. So, or I can evaluate the text that I'm reading. And so evaluate means what is the most important thing. So here are some things that I need to evaluate when I read an informational text or a text in general. One is I need to think about the author's words as you read, right? That's what we need to think about. And then two, then evaluate or decide what is important. And so with that, we're going to practice it. So it says here, when you evaluate, it says we have to point out that the wavy, you see where it says the wavy red line is to think, right? Is a reminder that good readers pause and think after reading a section or a page of a text to figure out which details are important. Because are all details important in a story, or can some of them be distractors? Omar? Uh-oh, I think he accidentally hung up on himself by accident. Let's see. Someone help him out. Oh, here's Omar's right here. So Omar, if are all details important?
No.
No, not all details are important. And sometimes that can distract us, right? So this is where we have to stop and think about, okay, is this detail important? Is this what I really need to know? Or is this a detail that is distracting me, right? Or it's an extra. It's like fluffy stuff. But we also that thinking about the details will help you understand the key idea. So that's the main idea or the most important idea of the text. So those important details are going to help you. Okay, what is this whole page telling me about? Oh, well, I think this whole page is telling me about the weather, right? So that I know that the weather is probably going to be the most important idea on this, right? Because that's the topic. So it says here, asking questions about details in an informational text helps readers evaluate or decide what idea is the most important to know. They can ask themselves, which details are important? What key idea do the details help me figure out? So what we're going to do is we will be practicing evaluating when we read an informational text called Get Ready for Weather. So that means that we need to go to page, and our My Books 158. In your My Book, yep, My Book 3, 158. 158. So it should be on this really cool. I like this one because it has the pretty umbrella on it. It kind of represents the whole front of the book almost. Get ready for weather. Yep, that's it, Mackenzie.
Which page is on it?
158. Make sure you put yourselves on mute.
This one?
Yep, that's it. Yep, 158. Remember, guys, as we read these stories, you might want to take out a pencil to track and read, or an eraser or something that will help you. All right, go ahead and give me a peace sign or a thumbs up and tell me, oh, I'm ready to go and I'm okay. And I'm ready to move on.
My book actually closed on me and I don't know where it is now.
158. Remember, Harlow, you can use your friends around you to help you too, remember? So if you need help, raise your hand and someone will help you. You're close, Isabella. Keep going. You're very, very close. It's 158.
Miss Williams.
Yes, Jorge?
I'm already there.
You already ready? Awesome. All right. Isabella, do you need some help finding that page? I think you're almost there because you're on the Claudette story. So keep flipping and you'll see it.
I'm good, Miss Williams.
There you go. You got it. Yep, that's it, Isabella. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get ready. So make sure you have your tracking device. Make sure you're not disturbing others beside you and you're ready to go. Awesome. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share that story with you also. Let me go ahead. All right, so we are going to prepare to read. And so let's listen to what it has to say about this.
Prepare to read. Get ready for weather. Genre study. Informational text is nonfiction. It gives facts about a topic. As you read Get ready for weather, look for captions with art or photos, headings, subheadings, or bold words that stand out. How visuals and words help you understand the text. Set a purpose. Think carefully about the author's words as you read. Then evaluate or decide which details are most important to help you understand the text. Power words. Gusts. Flash. Supplies. Layer.
All right, so we are going to build some background knowledge. We may heard of this word or we may know this word already, but we're also going to build some of that background knowledge or that schema. Remember, your brain is like a filing cabinet. So you have all this information about different topics. Well, this topic is about meteorologists. And I know in Miss Lil's class, you have talked about the weather and you've been tracking the weather this week, right? You've been doing that. And so we're going to learn with our background knowledge from Mrs. Lil's class from science to use with what we already know and what we're going to know some new information here on this page. So let's listen to what they have to say about meteorologists.
Do you get excited about the weather? Do you like math and science? Then being a meteorologist might be the perfect job for you. Meteorologists use special tools to help make weather predictions. First, they read the information the tools give them. Then they think about what they already know about weather patterns. This helps them make predictions. That's like being a detective. People rely on meteorologists to help them prepare for the weather each day.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to read Get Ready for the Weather, okay, by Lucy Jones. So let's listen.
Get ready for weather by Lucy Jones. What's the weather? Take a look outside your window. What's the weather like today? It might be sunny or cloudy, rainy or snowy. One of the neat things about weather is that it's always changing. Temperatures can be warm or cold. Winds can be strong gusts or soft breezes. If it's rainy and chilly today, it could be sunny and warm tomorrow.
So it says here, it says, the title of this text makes me think that the author is going to share information about how to prepare for different kinds of weather. As I read, I will evaluate or decide which details help me understand the topic and which details are less important. On this page, I read that weather is always changing. I think this is important because it explains why there are different kinds of weather. As I continue to read, I'll keep asking myself, how important is this detail and how well does it make me understand about different kinds of weather and how to prepare for each kind? So with your pencil, you need a pencil. Right here, Miss Fullington has underlined one of the neat things about weather is that it is always changing. Miss Fullington underlined that because it is important to understand, this is your main idea, that weather is not always the same every day. So as we can tell, yesterday it was sunny, but today it's kind of cloudy. And that's a really good explanation if you look out your windows of your classroom and see that weather is not always the same every day. And so that sentence is very important to us. So when you're finished underlining that sentence, go ahead and give me a peace sign. That's going to tell me I'm okay and I've underlined and I'm ready to move on. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to the next page. Forgive me if you can hear the train in the background. The train's passing by my house. All right, let's go ahead and listen to this page right here on page 161.
People check the weather forecast to help plan their day. It tells if the weather will be rainy or sunny, hot or cold. Knowing what the weather will be helps people decide what to wear and do each day. If a big storm is on the way, the forecast explains what to expect and how to prepare. Meteorologists tell us the weather.
So the blue sentence that you see here is called a caption. Everybody say caption. So caption is what explains the picture of what the picture is about. And so I want you to circle that blue sentence. That's a caption with your pencil. And then Miss Fullington can't circle things, so she's going to have to underline it. And then I can add a note saying this. So this is a caption or a picture caption. This is going to help me oops. There we go. So you can add that note beside it in like a little bubble picture caption, because picture caption explains that the woman in the picture is a meteorologist and she tells us what the weather will be. This is a text feature that's very important. So when you always read an informational text, something that's teaching you or telling you about something are always going to have captions to explain what's happening in the pictures, so you can better understand them. All right, yep. Harlow's got the right idea. She's giving me a thumbs up and she's telling me she's ready to go after she's done that.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. All right, so when you're finished, you're going to go ahead and flip the page. And we're going to be on this page right here. So let's go ahead and listen to this page. Isabella, yes?
Can I circle it with the marker?
Don't put pencil on your iPad. Don't do that.
I'm
No,
sorry,
don't do
sweetie. I can't hear
Don't
you.
put the pencil on your iPad. Bella.
It won't work.
Bella, we're not supposed to be putting pencils on our iPad. It will scratch up your screen, sweetie.
Miss Fullington,
Yes.
can I circle it with marker?
Yes, I don't mind that, but you're going to have to write the words in pencil. Okay.
But she keeps on taking my pencil.
Markers, Bella.
I never broke the second one. The first one's been broke.
You're taking up time of the lesson, Bella. Use the pencil.
Okay, you need to listen to the substitute teacher.
Well, she has my marker and she won't let me use it. Every marker I get, she.
Okay, so is it a marker that you have, sweetie, or is it a marker that you're taking from somewhere
It's a
else?
marker that it's out of my crown box.
Now, is it a permanent marker?
No.
She's breaking her markers, Mrs. Fullington.
Oh, okay.
The
So,
first one is from home because my dog chewed it.
okay,
And
Bella,
then
listen to me.
The second one, it wasn't chewed up.
So let's not go ahead and use markers. We're just going to use pencils.
Oh my God.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and reread.
Today's forecast. Thunderstorms. Thunderstorms are storms that have rain, thunder, and lightning. Lightning can be very dangerous. Lightning can strike trees and telephone poles. The bright flash of lightning can be seen from very far away. Sometimes it can be seen from 100 miles away. Thunderstorms usually happen in spring and summer.
Mhm.
If you hear the rumble of thunder, it is a good idea to go inside right away. Indoors is the best place to be during a thunderstorm. If you are outdoors, keep low to the ground. Also, be sure to stay away from trees. Try this. You can figure out how far lightning is from you. If you see lightning, start counting seconds until you hear thunder. For every 5 seconds you count, that's 1 mile away.
So on this page right here, I want you to go ahead and circle that underlined word in your book. It says go inside right away. Go ahead and circle that for me with your pencil. Now, Miss Fullington's going to highlight it because she's not able to circle it with her pencil.
Miss Fullington, it's already underlined for us in the book.
It is, but I want you to go ahead and circle it.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, go inside right away.
Go ahead and circle that phrase.
I boxed it.
I'm sorry?
I boxed it.
Oh, that's fine. All right. What it says right here, why do you think the author wanted you to circle or box this phrase? Why do you think he wanted you to circle this? Harlow?
Because the lightning, if it's towards you and it's right above you and it shocks you, you can actually die.
So it's dangerous, right? Clinton, do you want to add to that? Why do you think the author wanted us to circle this?
Because if you see lightning, it could strike a tree, and I already did that to my friend's house.
Oh, no. So it's possible that it can happen, right? Bella Bright, did you want to add something to it? Why do you think the author wanted you to circle this phrase?
Because it's like a mile away, because it goes in many ways. So a long time ago at our house, we were looking for our trampoline, and so there was thunder all around our house, and then it cut the power out, so we didn't see it well. So my mom got a flashlight. We saw our trampoline trip down because the weather was so windy so much it made our trampoline tipped over. So So you do not want to go outside because it can actually blow you away.
Yeah, that's scary, isn't it? Maddox, did you want to add to this before we move on? I saw your hand raised. Why do you think the author wanted us to circle this phrase?
It's dangerous and it can destroy a lot of things and don't hit by trees.
You're absolutely right. So all of these things are absolutely right. And it means it wants us to be aware, right? So it means that it wants us to, it's important, right? It's very important. And that's why he wanted us to circle this. All right, let's go to the next page. Okay, Isabella Wigington, we'll have to answer your question after the lesson, sweetie, okay? You'll be the first one I'll ask. All right, so we're going to go to page 164. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to this page.
Today's forecast, blizzard. Blizzards are winter storms. They have very heavy snow and strong winds. It is hard to see in a blizzard. It can also be hard to walk because of the wind and the deep snow. Blizzard shopping. Stores get very crowded before a blizzard. People buy batteries and flashlights in case the electricity goes out. They buy extra food and water, too. Having the right supplies is one way to prepare for a storm.
So it says here on this page, what it wants you to do is you're going to underline key details that describes a blizzard. So what did it say about describing a blizzard on this page?
Your dog's so cute, Elia.
So what did it say that this blizzard was? What does a blizzard have? Isabella Wigington, what does a blizzard have?
It has very heavy snow and strong wind.
Good job. So you saw that Miss Wigington has underlined
I
it,
have
right?
to go back to the story because I forgot, and I was like, very
Hey,
heavy
Bella,
snow
that's what
and
good readers
strong
do.
wind.
That's what good readers do. They go back into the story. Good job. So yes, it
I
says it
love
has
reading.
heavy snow, very heavy snow and strong winds. So that's something that you guys need to underline. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it so you can see it better. Very heavy snow and strong winds.
Miss Quentin.
Yes, Jorge?
And they also have snow. They can go high. And sometimes they can blow a house's roofs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with that strong wind.
Miss Thornton.
Yes, Maddox?
Today Murphy's at home because he had to go to the doctor.
Yes, your mom just texted me, okay? Go ahead and put yourselves on mute, guys. All right, let's go ahead and keep reading.
After a blizzard, there is lots of shoveling to do. Snowplows work day and night to clear the roads. Neighbors help each other shovel sidewalks and driveways. School might be canceled for a few days. Kids can go sledding and build snowmen, but they better bundle up first. Wearing more than one layer of clothes will keep them warm in the frosty cold.
So it says on this page, the author includes details in the text and pictures that tell what people do after a blizzard. It says, but how important are these details? I'll ask the same questions as I did earlier. How well do these details help me understand different kinds of weather, and how do they prepare us for each one? I'm not sure they really do. I think these are interesting details about blizzards, but they aren't important because I need to remember them, right? Do we really need to remember what to do after a blizzard? Or is it important that we know what to do during a blizzard or how to prepare for one? So that would probably be more important. After a blizzard is some interesting things that we could do, right? So this page is probably not as important as the others, right? All right, let's keep reading.
Today's forecast: sandstorm. Sandstorms happen when strong winds pick up sand. In the air, the sand forms into cloud shapes. In very strong winds, these sand clouds can grow to be 50 feet high. The winds can carry the sand for many miles. Sandstorms usually happen in dry, hot areas. Sandstorms can form very quickly. Being outside in a sandstorm is unsafe. Imagine being inside a swirling cloud of sand. It would be very hard to see. Sand could get in your eyes, nose, ears, and mouth. Covering your face with a cloth and wearing glasses is one way to protect yourself. Finding shelter and staying there until the storm is over is another way to stay safe. The best place to be during a sandstorm is indoors with the windows shut.
So someone tell me one detail that is very, very important on this page. What important detail did you learn on this page too? Landon?
Sand clouds can grow to be 50 feet high.
So I'm glad you said that. So that's a notice and note. That's numbers and stats. So numbers and stats always tells us more information about anything, right? So it does say that sandstorms can grow up to more than 50 feet high. With that being said, do you think it is very safe to be in a sandstorm without shelter? No, it's probably not.
Because it can, you have to go inside really quick before it comes, because the news can say when it comes, and when you listen to it and you go outside and you see it, you have to go inside really quick and tell your mom and dad, and then they will shut all the windows, because my family opens the windows sometimes and looks out the window and see the
storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
then
it
they
can be
close
very-
the windows.
Yeah. So it is very important to know that it is not safe to be outside during a sandstorm. Good job, guys. All right, we're going to our next page. We're going to flip. And we're going to continue to read.
Meteorologists use tools to help predict when and where storms will arrive. Knowing that a storm is coming can help you prepare. Storms can be dangerous, but they can be beautiful too. Stay safe and enjoy the weather wherever you live. Keeping pets safe. When a big storm hits, pets need to be protected too. Be sure your pets are indoors with you where it is safe and warm. Sometimes a rainbow appears after a rainstorm.
All right, guys, you may close your book and put it away. And while you're doing that, Miss Fullington's going to go ahead and share your Seesaw page with you to show you what you're going to be doing today for reading. All right. All right, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can see our Seesaw page. I see it on our big, huge screen over here. Awesome. Okay, so in Seesaw, what you're going to do is right here. If you cannot see, guys, and you're in the classroom, just look on the big board. Miss Fullington's going to be showing you on the big board anyways, okay? You can listen with your ears and also look at the big board, okay? If you're at home, you would probably have to log off and log back on. But the big board shows you a lot more big of a picture. All right, so in Seesaw, what you're going to do is you're going to go here where it says Thursday 2-4, which is February 4th, prefixes un and re. It says read the instructions and complete the assignment. So Miss Fullington's going to add a response. And you have this page right here. It says the prefix un means to reverse or not, right? The prefix re means again. Use the meaning of the prefix and the base word to figure out the meaning of the new word. If you are not sure about the meaning of the base word, you can use a dictionary. So we're going to add un or re to each base word below to make a new word. Then draw a line to match the word to its definition. So for example, we know that the base word is happy. And if I look over here to my answers, I have not healthy to appear again, to pay again, or not happy. So I know that happy and not happy are what's going to be the match. So I'm going to draw a line.
Two different changes.
Yes, there are two different changes. You're right. So you got to stay on top of things, huh? So the way you do it is find the match first. And then this one says not happy. So I know that un and bre are my prefixes that I'm going to add. Which one of these prefixes means not? Is it re or un? Which prefix means not? Clinton? Un. So good job, Clinton. So what you're going to do on this is you're going to put un, and I'm going to shrink it down to where it fits on the line just there like that. And then this is going to make the word unhappy. So that's how I know which prefix to use, by matching first and then building the word, okay? So that's 1 through 4. Now 5 through 7, what you're going to do is it says, circle the word that completes the sentence. Check a dictionary if you are unsure about the meaning of a word. So number 5 says, I was bored during the movie because the story was interesting or uninteresting. So you're going to circle which one that means bored.
During.
Well, we're not going to say the answer. You're going to do this one on your own since we did the first one at the top, okay? So when you're done, you're going to press the green check mark. That's it, guys. There's only 7 questions on this page, and that's it. That's all you're going to do. Does anybody have questions for me about this assignment? Landon?
I do. Do with partners.
Nope, no partners.
I have a question.
Hold on. Isabel Wigington had one at the beginning of class. Isabella Wigington? Did you have a question? What was your question, Isabella Wigington?
Oh yeah. My mama, she might give the class goodie bag with Valentine's suckers and all that.
Okay.
But I don't know if she said if I earn it for my class.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna earn it for the class.
Okay. That
And
sounds good.
There's
Let's see.
there's 2 more extra.
Okay, hold on.
Miss Fullington.
Yes.
What group is it?
That's what I was going to tell you. It's the blue group. So if you're not in the blue group, you may log out.
Miss Fullington, but my iPad's dead.
So you can sit by a neighbor whose iPad is on. Okay. While it's charging.
But I can't see you. She might.
Omar, do you have your picture, your thumbtack on? Because that usually means that you're focusing on yourself and not the teacher or anybody else that's talking.
No.
So you might want to log off and log back on, sweetie. All right, Harlow, you may log out, sweetie, and go ahead and do your reading assignment. All right, so the blue group, what you're going to be doing is, let me go ahead and go into Seesaw and see if it's up. I bet it's up. There it is. Add.
Oh, Miss Fullington.
Yes.
Do you see me have 3?
Do I see you have what?
It's like 3 pictures of me.
Yes, but make sure we don't do that, okay? All right. So in reading today, guys, Christopher, Omar, Maddox, is Aaliyah in this group, or she's in the pink group? I forgot. She's in the pink group. So it's Maddox, Omar, Christopher, and who else are we missing? Is that it? Because I thought we were missing somebody. Oh, Mackenzie, that's who it is. And is she sitting by a neighbor?
No.
So Mackenzie Patterson should be sitting with our blue group.
She's
Unless
on the computer, the teacher computer.
Okay, so she can hear me through the teacher computer. Okay. All right, so in Cecil, what you're going to do, blue group, is you're going to this activity right here where it says, it's all the way down here. I'm going to probably put it all the way up to the top. I'm going to pin it to the top so you can see. Pin to the top. So it's right here. It says making connections when reading. So we talked about making connections on Monday. Remember, making connections, you can make a connection with the story to your own experience. So for example, like Claudette, Murphy had a really good example yesterday that in groups that he said that one time somebody told him that he was too small to do something and he didn't like it. So he related himself to the story Claudette. So in his case, what he would have done is add a response. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I'm Aaliyah. And so it says here, text to self. So Murphy would have circled text to self and then added the book that he wanted to relate to. And then it says, I made a connection when, and he said, someone told me that I was too small to do something. And he would draw a picture of himself, of someone telling him he was too small to do something. Now, Emery had a really good one where she did Claudette, and she said she was too small to ride a ride on a roller coaster. And so she drew herself walking away from the roller coaster. So that's a text to self. Now, text to text, let me go ahead and erase the circle here. If I'm going to circle text to text, that means I'm relating two stories. So if, remember, we've read the story of Snow and then Claudette, and then we also did Ready for Weather. So you can do two stories relating to each other. Like, oh, I remember a time when I read this book and it reminded me of this story. So that is text to text. And then you have text to world, which means you're relating the story to your community. So in this case, your community is Ferris, right? So you would relate a story to one we've read together to the city of Ferris. And so one way that you could do that is the story of Snow. Remember the snowflakes one? So you can relate to how Ferris got snow, and you can describe what it looks like, or you can draw a picture of what it looks like. So those are three making connections. So you're only going to choose one of them, okay? You're only going to choose one. Write the title of the book. Remember to draw your picture. And then at the very bottom, you're going to finish the sentence, I made a connection when, and you're going to describe what's happening in your picture on this last sentence line, okay? Does anybody have any questions for me about this activity?
Miss Thornton.
Yes, Mackenzie?
My iPad's dead.
So can you turn it on and still work on it while it's charging?
Yeah. It says
Okay.
not charging.
So make sure, Mackenzie, an easy way to do it is if you put a charger on the back counter where you're able to still have access to it. Okay, Maddox, I'm noticing that you're in the teacher chair. You need to go back to your seat, sweetie, okay? Go back to your seat.
Miss Billington,
Omar, yes?
do we have to do the bottom thing?
What bottom thing? The sentence
Do we have
starter?
to do the bottom thing, Miss
Yes, you do have to do the bottom thing, sweetie. Yes, you do. Good question.
Miss
All right.
Billington,
Yes, Omar?
do we have to do the bottom thing?
Yes, you're going to have to do the bottom of the paper. Okay. All right, Christopher Maddox, do you have any questions for me?
What does the bottom part do?
The bottom part is just to help you complete your thoughts. So it says, when I read the book, so you're going to put a book down that you want to relate to. And then it says here, I made a connection when, and you're going to tell me how you made a connection with your book or your story.
Can you just
Okay.
read the instructions again?
Do what?
Can you read the instructions again?
Yes, I'll give you an example, Maddox. So Miss Fullington is going to do the story, right? I'm going to do text to self. This is the one I'm going to do. And I'm going to relate to the story of snow. So I'm going to put the book, The Story of Snow, right? And I'm going to put it here. And then it says, I made a connection when I got to see the snowflakes fall to the ground. Because remember, the story of snow was observing how snowflakes fall or how they form. And so Miss Fullington will put that sentence right here. And then I'm going to draw a picture of a snowflake. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a picture of a snowflake that I got to see.
Miss Fullington? Miss
Yes.
Fullington. I'm trying to tell you something. Can we
Oh,
work
yes.
with partners?
No, you do not work with partners.
How about on the first season activity?
Oh, you're talking about the make connections?
Yeah.
Yes, you can work with your group on make connections. I'll allow that. You'll be okay. All right. All right, guys. Does anybody have any more questions for me?
We draw the picture of a snowflake.
No, that's Mrs. Fullington example. So you're going to do one on your own. So you can choose the story of snow. You can do the story of snow if you like. You can tell me a time where you played in the snow, or you can do Cloudette when someone told you if you were too small to do something, remember? Or you can do the weather story that we just read and tell me how you observed the weather in science class. So those are some things that you can make a connection on, okay? You understand, Maddox?
Kinda.
Kinda. Yeah, just think about it. Just take your time and think about it. All right. So Maddox, go ahead and you can log off, sweetie, and go ahead and complete your make connection so you can do your reading. Isabella Wigington, you should not be on this meet. Maddox. Isabella Wigington, still on this meeting. You're supposed to be doing your work.
What?
You're supposed to be doing your work, not supposed to be on this Google Meet.
But do we have to do that too?
No, you already did that, I believe.
Oh. Yeah, I did this before.
Yeah.